Welcome, everyone, to Pasadena, California, and the Rose Bowl in the shadow of the San Gabriel Mountains. Arroyo Seco, also home to the UCLA Bruins, and it just doesn't get much better than this. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Canes will get us started with the opening kickoff. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. A first down for the offense. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24. Lewis wants to pass. And that ball is picked off. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. They'll give it to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Makes the grab on third. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up for the PAT. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Lewis to throw. They're bringing heat. He'll pull it down. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. It's a draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving. Trying to escape and get it himself. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this game.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the...
And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Got enough space. Touchdown, UCLA. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. East Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium. One of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Memphis. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And the Canes headed quickly to the line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Getting some heat. Hit as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
The Canes send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, UCLA.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He'll try to pop the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
2nd down.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Lewis wants to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, UCLA.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking left. Got his man. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score tied 7-7.
Fresh set of downs after the completion. The give to the left side. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Give that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Lewis to throw. That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen, and he dropped the pass.
And the offense tries to slip in the screen. That's a good play on 3rd and short if you can get them aggressive and the defense aggressive, but the defense sniffed it out, shut that play down before it even started.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Good timing on the quick out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Got it, looking for the first down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Direct snap. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped. The Hurricanes in the hurry-up.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time to hand it off, and you pick it up.
Yeah, you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Bring in the heat. Gets away from one, finds room. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Touchdown, Miami. He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he finished with a 64-yard sprint to the house. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Well, after not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. They'll leave it with the lone back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game. being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Got it in the middle. It's quick. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chain. The Bruins are marching down the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Runs through a tackle. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. Bulls his way forward. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Oh, it gives him the tough, stiff arm. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy in front of us.
On the move. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. With jet sweep pass. Across the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Hurricanes want to move quickly. Wants to throw. It's Perkins. Throws for the tight end. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw again after the incompletion. It's complete. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And that pass intercepted. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field in the red zone, these windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw, they turn it over in the red zone.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Lowers those pads. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Soft spot in the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. A big game there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
They'll go to the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. This crowd knows when to bring it. The give to the back. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Just going to keep it after the snap. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
One of the things I love about this QB as a runner is not just his athleticism, but how tough he is. He can run in between the tackles in the middle of the field, push the pile, break tackles. Linebackers are trying to bring him down. He just keeps his feet driving. That is impressive.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Rutgers is currently ahead in this one. The folks in Piscataway have been in a frenzy all week, but they're in the birthplace of college football. This one is close. They're up by 7 over Arkansas State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. He'll come out throwing on first down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Wow, and the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play. And linebacker in speed, synonymous when you're thinking about Miami Hurricane defense. Think about Ray Lewis, Jonathan Vilma, Dan Morgan, DJ Williams. Guys that can go sideline to sideline and guys that can rush the passer. Not easy to block.
Lewis wants to pass. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And ball security is starting to become a little bit of an issue for this quarterback. In his last game, he had a fumble, and he has another one right here. He has got to do a better job of keeping 2 hands on the ball.
To the ground with the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense.
Looking for the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and made the play.
Man, teams that play cover 1 at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Got room at the 35. Oh, he dropped it. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls down.
Looking to throw, it's Perkins. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 45. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Canes want to crank the tempo. He wants to throw. And the pass is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. You'll always remember this moment.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Hurricane! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And, Davey, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. The run from the shotgun. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Lewis to throw. He lets it fly. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Bruins will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Using his feet, and he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the third.
Miami 28, UCLA 10.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. They'll run the option. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. He leaves it with the back. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. He just broke the century mark, 100 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Going for the big play. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Miami! And the stomping has commenced. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Charlotte fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. They're trailing by 10 to Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Lewis wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
Now they'll run the draw. Works his way through the traffic, and he picks up 8 yards on the play, and this one's much more manageable on 4th and 3. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense. And they able to put this thing away. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength.
Here we go.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He'll pitch it. shakes off the defender. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the option, he'll do it himself. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
They'll go with a give to the big tight end on 3rd and short. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Lewis to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Now improvising. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Using his feet to buy time. He'll let it go down the right side. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Canes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
On to attempt the try. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're just about ready to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCLA will go back to work on offense. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Yeah, just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
Third and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Lewis wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They'll throw it on first down. They're trying to get to him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. On second down, he'll fire. Got his man quickly. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. From the gun, running back on the move. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Comes out throwing on first down. Pulls it in. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that really is a great play by the wide receiver for 3 reasons. 1, he knows where the first down marker is, so he gets his depth. 2, he's able to stay in bounds before securing the catch. And 3, makes the grab. Just an awesome job.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Guys, this is a really